I said, no child support, no opinion. My ex-husband Josh thought he could waltz back into our lives after 3 years of radio silence and start telling me how to raise our daughter Emma. The guy who couldn't even remember her birthday suddenly had opinions about her bedtime and what she ate for breakfast. It started when Emma turned 8 and Josh randomly showed up at her soccer game. I hadn't seen this man since the divorce was finalized, and he'd been dodging child support payments like it was his full-time job. The state had to garnish his wages twice, and even then he'd quit jobs just to avoid paying. But there he was, standing on the sidelines in his expensive new truck, wearing designer sunglasses like he was some kind of involved father. Emma didn't even recognize him at first. She ran up to me after scoring a goal and whispered, "Mom, who's that man staring at us?" My heart broke a little. This was her dad, and she had to ask who he was. After the game, Josh approached us with this fake smile plastered on his face. He bent down to Emma's level and said, "Hey princess, remember me? I'm your daddy." Emma just looked confused and hid behind my legs. That's when Josh started his whole performance. He told Emma he'd been working really hard and that he was sorry he couldn't visit more often. Then he looked at me and said, "We need to talk about Emma's schedule. I want her every other weekend starting next month." I almost laughed. This man hadn't paid a dime in child support, hadn't called on Christmas or her birthday, and now he wanted custody. I told him we could discuss it later and took Emma home. But Josh kept showing up, at the grocery store, at Emma's school pickup, even at my mom's house. Every time, he had some new complaint about how I was raising Emma. Her hair was too messy. I let her eat too much junk food. She needed to be in more activities. She should be learning Spanish. The final straw came when he showed up at our apartment unannounced on a Tuesday night. Emma was doing homework at the kitchen table when he knocked. I opened the door and he pushed past me like he lived there. "Emma needs a tutor," he announced, not even saying hello. "Her math grades aren't good enough, and this place is too small. You need to move somewhere better." I was exhausted from working double shifts at the diner just to keep us afloat, and here was this man who contributed absolutely nothing telling me I wasn't doing enough. Emma was looking between us with worry in her eyes, and I realized she was scared. That's when I said it. No child support, no opinion. Josh's face turned red. He started yelling about how he had rights as her father, how I couldn't keep him from his daughter, how he was going to take me to court. I stayed calm and repeated myself slower this time. No child support, no opinion. I explained that if he wanted a say in Emma's life, he needed to actually contribute to it. The back child support he owed was over $15,000. He could start there. Josh stormed out, threatening to get a lawyer. I didn't hear from him for 2 weeks, which was honestly peaceful. Then one day, I got a call from the state child support office. Josh had made a payment. Not the full amount, but enough to show he was serious. That weekend, he asked if he could take Emma to the park. I said yes, but only for 2 hours, and I wanted her back before dinner. He agreed. Emma came home talking about how they fed the ducks and got ice cream. She seemed happy, but not overly excited. When I asked if she wanted to see him again, she shrugged and said, "I guess so, but can you come too next time?" It's been 6 months now, and Josh has been paying child support regularly. He sees Emma every other Saturday for a few hours, and he stopped trying to tell me how to parent. He realized pretty quickly that actually being responsible for a kid is different than just showing up and playing the fun dad.